Well, hello and welcome to the GPS to God podcast. We're glad you are back with us, and we hope that you would like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. You can find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Parkway Baptist Goodlettsville, so you can search us on there and find our podcasts and lots of other great videos and fun stuff as well. And you can find us on iTunes and Spotify under GPS to God and all those great places you listen to your podcast. And we're glad you're here. Today's going to be a little bit of a light-hearted day and kind of just going at each other and doing some fun stuff. We have a lot of great things, a lot of great content coming up in the next couple of weeks here with some great guests. So we hope you continue to listen to that as well. But, we're going to try and keep it light today. It's the kickoff to summer for us, and we're going to go with that.
Awesome rainy day today, right? Way to kick it off, right? Way to roll it.
Yeah.
It cleared up tonight, though, which was good.
Yeah, the one day I roll into work is the day it rains. I'm like, come on.
You didn't ride your bike, did you?
No, I don't have a bike.
You rode a bike home from softball practice, practice.
So I steal a bike every once in a while from my parents.
Oh.
So I have my license. I don't have a motorcycle.
Okay.
How far of a ride is that?
How far of a ride? From where?
From the ballpark? You said
Oh, well, that day we were practicing, so that was
we were
Whites Creek.
Whites Creek High School that day, yeah.
And I went up to Portland, so 40 minutes.
He's almost in the
not a
bluegrass
bicycle.
state.
Where I'm like it's like a motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry. I imagined
a Huffy.
Yeah.
Rode down the ridge on my pegs.
Have to change the baseball card out a couple times on that ride.
Going down.
Yeah, he's almost in the bluegrass state. I mean.
Oh yeah, I'm about a good football throw away from
Okay. So
good old Franklin.
Deep in Portland.
Oh yeah, I'm like where Mitchellville? Have you heard of that?
No.
So Mitchellville is like this little tiny town that's in between Portland and the state line.
Oh wow.
There's actually parts of Mitchellville that's in Kentucky.
Oh okay.
So yeah.
Awesome.
You know where the what is it called? The drive-in? Maybe that drive-in?
I do.
I'm literally 3 minutes away from that.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Have you ever been there? You've been to the drive-in movie?
I have
We've
not.
been there a couple times. It's pretty cool place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to maybe this summer.
So we've lived in Portland. It'll be 5 years this month that we lived there, and we have not gone to we have not gone there since we've moved there.
It's pretty nice. You want to go early.
No, we've been before. It's just funny that we moved to Portland. It's the closest entertainment to our house, and we have not been in 5 years.
Yeah. But you want to go early to kind of get one of the front couple rows of parking. It's just a better. I mean, you can see it in the back. It's just further away.
Yeah. The further back you get, how less committed people are.
Gotcha.
They get there last minute. They're rolling in.
Yeah.
They probably have kids that don't really give a crap what's on the TV.
Right. Yeah.
So that's where where Lily and I are.
But
back row.
Right.
We like to be in the
Back
front
row Baptist.
because they have in front of the screen is a grassy area.
Oh, okay.
So before the movies start, kids are up there throwing footballs and baseballs, running around, playing tag, and so Carter's always up there doing that kind of stuff. So.
Definitely have to check it out.
Yeah,
heard good things
normally
about
a really good price too. It's normally what is it? Is it $10? No, it's not $10 for a car.
I think it's maybe $20.
Okay, I was thinking more than that. Yeah, $20.
I don't know, but
it's like $25 for a car.
Okay,
so
with food and coolers and everything. Like you bring your own food in. Coolers
they have concessions, but
right.
Yeah, so we got concessions one time.
Okay.
We were in line for a solid half hour.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Solid,
and it's not like you're at home and you can hit pause and go do what you need to do and come back.
Because it's high school.
You're missing it.
I mean, it's high school kids working there.
Yeah,
and,
understand.
Some of their motivation level is only so high. So,
bless them.
Yeah. It may be family members. If it is, if you listen to this and you're from the Franklin Drive-In, we love you and don't want to talk bad about
no
you.
hard feelings.
Their concessions did taste good.
Yeah.
Just took a while.
Yeah.
Took a while.
Worth the wait though if it tastes good, I guess.
Well,
and it's always double feature, so you always get two movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Normally
$25. I mean, that's a steal compared to going these days.
Yeah.
To like a movie theater.
Yeah. That's a $25 just for you and your wife to get in.
Yeah. That's it. You tack on food. That's
And then if you're like an
about
IMAX,
it-
if you're like an
Another
IMAX,
25
about
bucks.
50.
Yeah.
and then if you're like an IMAX fan,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
or you know what, like Blue,
Yeah.
3D or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I really like going to the movies, but man, the prices. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember going to a $1 movie or 50. You know,
Mm-hmm.
see
Yeah.
the second rate movies for
Mhm.
50 cents, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
There was one of
Those
those.
days are-
Wasn't there one down in Rivergate area?
Yes.
It was.
under the bridge.
Under the bridge. There we go. Yeah.
yeah.
So, me and my friend went to that movie, and I think
It's a
that was
church. It's a church now, though,
It is.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been several things.
Several.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so whatever it was, 50 cents to get in. Well, so they had these big 5-gallon buckets of popcorn that you could buy,
Right.
right? The large size, and it was free refills. If you ate it, it was. So me and my buddy Jamie, we went, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm getting this free refill. Like
Determined.
we're gonna eat this popcorn." So he got it, and I mean, I was taking handfuls, and I mean, I ate a lot of popcorn, but I had to give up after a while. I'm like, dude, it's. I mean, it was huge. And he finally we finished it. He ate 2/3 of it, probably.
Sick on butter.
He went and
Not
got a
even the
refill.
popcorn.
He took it back, got a refill, came back in the theater, set it down, never touched anything out of the second bucket. But he got his refill.
He got his money
Got his
for it.
refill.
He got
Yes.
his refill.
Keeping them honest.
See,
I mean,
that's-
it was a challenge.
That's kind of how I am when I go to a restaurant. I might get like a Dr. Pepper or something, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 5 or 6 refills before the night's over. I'm getting my $2.50. You know.
We went on a cruise several years ago, just Christy and I, and water's included, but if you want Cokes or anything, you have to pay for it.
Mm.
And so you can pay for it each time you get one, or you can buy a all you can drink Coke card for $40, which that's what we did.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm having a Coke every single meal because I'm $40. That's a lot of Coke. I'm getting my $40 worth of Cokes on this trip. So,
I like cruises.
You basically sitting at a urinal peeing just so you can get more area in.
well, I mean, let's go ahead and have a little confession time. So, we kind of cheated. We cheated. Okay.
Okay.
So, like if you and your wife go, you're both supposed to buy one of these cards,
okay.
or if I buy one, it's just for me. So,
Yes.
what we would
Nice.
do is like for lunch, we'd go to a walk-up window and get something, take it back some. So I'd take the card up, get my food and a Coke, go back, and
Yeah.
then give her the card. And
Hey,
let
that
her
is
go.
just smart thinking
It's-
101.
That's not cheating. That's called genius. That's
But
called
then
genius.
at the sit-down meal at night, the formal meal, like when you have that card, you just set it in front of you.
Yeah.
So like I would drink Coke or whatever at the formal meal. She'd just drink water.
Mm.
So let's talk about these cruises because Dawn thinks every cruise is the Titanic, right? Every cruise is waiting to crash. It's not going to happen, right? So I've been trying for like the last, I don't know. We haven't really talked about it much, but like every once in a while I'll be like, oh, it's summertime. Let's take a cruise next year. And she'd be like, the Titanic and all. And I'm like, it's not. There's been technology since then.
Yeah.
These are fantastic boats. Like they're going to work,
Yeah, just how,
So-
yeah, we're not cruising in the North Atlantic. We're going to go down south.
right?
Yes,
We
yeah.
want to wear shorts
Right.
and bathing suits
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, no icebergs.
Yeah. Have you ever been on a cruise?
I have. I've been on several with Lori's family and
Now,
just,
do her
it's-
parents go like every
they-
year on a cruise
they
or
used
something
to-
crazy?
They used to.
My parents
Gary
do that.
Neely, if you're listening, yes.
I don't mean to
used
say that's crazy. I just mean
No.
crazy for me because
No.
I couldn't do it.
He used to. They got on a kick where they were going on quite a few cruises.
Nice.
Yeah, he would just find deals, and I mean very good deals, and would just go.
So is there like,
I like 'em
frequent cruise miles?
Yeah,
Kind of thing?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, they have
He
tiers.
definitely had. He's definitely top tier, I'm sure.
Nice.
Because when I went, Christy and I went with a friend of mine and his wife, really their whole family. But he kept making fun of me because he was a gold member or something. He had. I was like, dude, what do you get that I don't get? Which was nothing. He had a different room key or something. I don't know. But he really didn't get any free perks out of it that
Gotcha.
made me feel jealous. I mean, I was jealous. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't.
All that
But-
showed is he paid a lot more
Yes.
money in the
He-
last
Yes.
couple of years.
So
Yes.
I will say, I've only been on the one cruise.
Mhm.
It was great. I would go back
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah.
What was the theme of it? Was like
Um,
Because they have some that go like to Alaska, and then they have some that go like
no, we were in the
Dominican
Caribbean.
Republic and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, so we went to the Bahamas, Grand Cayman Island, Costa Maya, Mexico, maybe somewhere else. But it was what I enjoyed about it is you're traveling, but you don't feel like you're traveling. Like you wake up somewhere new every day,
right,
and you didn't have to drive. Or
that
anything to
the
get
whole
there.
car trip
Yeah.
is not there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but you're not doing it.
You're
so.
not doing it. You're not cramped up in the back seat or anything.
Yeah.
Riding.
Yeah.
So.
I love the fact that it's like you get the little series of events or itinerary.
Oh yeah.
And everything's like planned out, and there's no kind of obligation if you don't
show
do
up,
something.
kind of thing. I got you.
You can sit in your
but
room
And
and
that's
watch
on
TV.
and that's on
you
the
have
ship,
stuff,
right?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
on the actual ship, you have stuff to do, and I like
Yeah.
not having to worry about food or
Right.
anything like that. It's all there. I can just
Nice.
get what I want to, and I only have to think about where we're going out to eat tonight. Let's
Yeah.
go over there. We
Right.
haven't been there. Let's try some.
Yeah.
It's all there. There's no real work.
So my parents went to a couple different places, but one of them was Dominican Republic. And afterwards, they liked it so much, they said that they were just going to do just fly to Dominican Republic and do the whole week there, kind of
Oh
thing.
wow.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, do you do the cruise, or you just go take the whole week at Dominican Republic? Come on now.
If you and Dawn have a chance, I would do a cruise.
Yes.
It was fun. I would go back.
Yeah.
We went on Carnival,
I'm
which
just
is
going to
kind of
wear a life jacket the whole time.
So if you go on, they have different sized boats, but
They do.
the bigger boats, like you don't feel them move. I never have issues with that, but
Yeah.
I didn't feel the boat move at all, except maybe a little bit when we were docking and undocking.
Oh,
That's about it.
I'll be drugged up, like whatever those little things.
Dramamine?
I'll be on
Definitely.
something
Definitely.
because.
So they have the little Band-Aid things you put
Yeah.
behind your ear. You see people walking
So I
around.
mean, I've been on boats plenty of times, but when you get out in the ocean, it's that constant.
Yeah.
Feel, ooh.
You won't feel that on a cruise ship though, because
Yeah.
they're so massive.
Yeah.
You don't feel that.
I went deep sea fishing once, and that was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
That was the worst experience. I was a senior in high school, and it was just that up and down, and
Just straight green face.
that was not
ready to
that's
go.
Not that's not that. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that was terrible.
it is the ocean. It can get big enough to
Right.
fall, but
Right? Yeah.
that's called a hurricane.
Yeah,
Don't
you
go-
hope you don't go during hurricane season.
But
That's when the boat stays out there, so it doesn't come back in.
yeah. But I mean, like he said, you get the little itinerary every day, and it's like, a trivia contest at noon. Let me go to that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a 10-minute thing, or they'll have their little auditorium. They'll have a show every night of some kind, and
Yeah.
it'd be, I don't want to go watch this talent contest, but we'll go watch this comedian on a different night or something.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. The food we went on Carnival, which
Yeah.
the budget cruise lines, and,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
still had fun.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
And it was a blast. And they have multiple swimming pools and hot tubs, and
yeah.
Well,
each boat
Lily's-
has something different.
Lily will be at 5 next month, so it's almost like, okay, well, do we bring Lily with us? Like, would maybe do
Yeah.
like a Disney one?
So you can do a Disney cruise, but
Yeah.
They
it's
are
going to be about
fortunate.
double the price.
Oh, yeah.
It is, and it's
So-
going to be a little loud.
Mm-hmm. And
You
then
gotta,
I'm like,
gotta
eh,
imagine
maybe
all
not.
those kids. And,
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's.
We'll wait till Lily's 10.
Yes.
We did an adult cruise. Like, we didn't take our kids when we went.
Right.
We just went with the adults. But I would take my kids now.
Yeah.
Like, they would enjoy it. And I
Yeah.
mean, you can kind of cut them. So for Lily's age,
Yeah.
they even have like a daycare kind of, like
Yeah.
you drop them off during the day, and
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
keep them there and entertain them, and then you can come back and get them. And,
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Definitely worth
Yeah.
oh yeah,
worth doing it.
I'm going to have to get Dawn to look at
I
this.
think Gary
Yeah.
and Suzanne, they would do like those
They've
last minute
gone to-
deals.
yes.
So
yes.
like if a cruise is leaving in 2 weeks and they haven't booked up,
right.
they start slashing the prices every
Yeah.
day.
And
They want
used to
people
jump
on there
those
buying
and just,
stuff,
you know,
Right, right, yeah. The
they've
more
gone-
the
go
more
ahead.
people they can get on there,
yeah.
the more money they're going to make.
Right.
So
Right.
they can charge them half price and still make money. It's better than
Yeah.
having an empty
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. That room empty ain't doing
Yeah.
nothing. So
Yeah.
And they've gone to Alaska and stuff like that. They've taken some long. I mean,
I think Alaska
being
would be
on the
cool to
water
do.
that long is just
Yeah.
probably 7 days is my max.
Yeah.
6-7 days, but they've
Yeah.
gone on some long ones.
Yeah.
So
Well, can't have money.
Right.
yeah.
So Ryan's had some homework the last few days here,
Yes.
watching some movies.
Movie, not
Well,
plural, singular.
You watched a
I have
movie,
some
but
movies
you have movies.
in my queue, but
Yeah.
it's been one.
So you went with we told you number one.
Yep.
I gave you a stack of 8 or 10 movies.
Yeah.
And I said number one has to be Shawshank.
Yep.
So
Good old Shawshank Redemption.
what'd you think of Andy Dufresne and his battle?
I liked it. It was a good movie. Probably immediately went to my top 5, I would have to say. So I enjoyed
Nice.
it. And it was one of those things where it's kind of like, well, he says he didn't do it, but did he? Because, I mean, all the facts that are per the movie, you're thinking like, man, he killed him. Okay. But then, you kind of take the characters for his word, and then you start meeting, Red.
Yes.
You meet Red, and
Oh, yeah.
I like how he kind of narrates the movie for the
Yeah.
most part. I mean, actually, he does the whole movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I
Yeah.
give
Good
it.
stuff.
I give it a good 9 out of 10.
Yeah. So that where the prison they filmed that is in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And you can take a tour, like they do tours of that prison now.
I got you.
I
Yeah.
think this might not be true, but I think it was maybe supposed to be torn down. And then after that movie came out, it was so popular they started doing tours and stuff. It saved the prison.
Really?
I'm sure.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That might not be true.
Classic.
I think it.
But in the movie, I mean, he tries to help them out with like doing like their taxes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's like in your head, you're thinking, okay, well, he's just trying to get out of trouble and trying not to do like the laundry and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, maybe he has like as he starts doing more and more and more, it's like he has a plan. There's something going on here. He's not
Yes.
just doing this for fun.
Yes.
So, and then I mean, of course,
Yeah.
in the end of the movie, you're like, oh, totally makes sense now. He's done created his own second character and all that kind of stuff. And
He's a pretty smart guy.
It was.
I will say this: the part that really got me, and maybe I just took it the wrong way, but how he tells Red, if you ever get out, go to this wall where me and my wife or soon to be wife went there and everything, and there's something there. I want you to have it.
A piece of
When-
volcanic glass that has no
Yeah.
business in a.
Yeah,
And,
but it's like he's pretty much just winging that off the top of his head. I mean, that's what I took from it, is that he's just winging this. That one day he will get out, and okay, when I get out, I'm gonna have to go create this. So that got me. I like that part.
So
Good stuff.
what's next on your? Do you know? have you-
Gladiator. I'm gonna
Gladiator.
do Gladiator, and then I'm gonna do Good Will Hunting. I think that's my next 2.
Okay.
So
I kind of wish that I hadn't watched those, and like the excitement that you have ahead of you
Yeah.
watching those 2 movies.
right.
Those,
That's
they're good ones.
That's,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Gladiator was,
Makes me want to watch them again.
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorites. Yeah,
So.
it's a good movie.
See, when growing up, we watched like Harry Potter. I was into like that kind of stuff, that era,
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of Harry Potter, and actually, I didn't read it all. Like I read when I had to read for school. Like that was the only thing I read, or if it was like, I don't know, a sports magazine or something.
Right.
That was my reading.
I got you.
So after reading or watching Harry Potter, I went back and like actually read the books because I was so intrigued in it, right? Because I was like, I got to do this all over again. I need to read details. So those kind of movies I never really got into, I guess. So, but no, I'm liking it. I almost prefer to watch them now
Yeah.
because I'm picking up details that I probably wouldn't have
Right.
at a younger age.
Yeah.
So. I don't know, my brother-in-law Seth is probably going, I cannot believe you haven't seen any of this movie. Just like y'all did. Like, what? You haven't seen these movies?
Not to add to your list, but I was going to ask you. You've obviously seen Braveheart.
Oh yeah.
You like Braveheart or Gladiator? If you had to pick. I know that's tough. I like to ask everybody that. Have you seen Braveheart?
So I have not. I've seen bits and pieces of it, so I
Okay.
haven't. So I probably need to
Gotcha.
get add to my
That's
list.
one of the. I mean, we had Gladiator on there, so I didn't want to. Add. I'm not here to add to your list.
Yeah.
or anything,
No, you
so-
need to watch
Which I know
Braveheart.
that's tough, Daniel. I just
But that's,
wanted to see your.
So for me,
Mel Gibson, is that
yeah,
right?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So for me, I think I would take Gladiator
Yeah.
over Braveheart
Yeah.
right now today. I might
Yeah.
not have always said that, but
Mhm.
I think right now today I'd take Gladiator
Yeah.
just because. I mean, I don't know. Braveheart to me, like once you watch it the first time and you see the end and that gets you at the end.
Right.
Then
Right.
it kind of wears off. The magic wears off a
Understand.
little bit.
Understand.
Gladiator, I mean, he's just out there, smashing dudes, and I can just watch him smash dudes. They're
So-
both good.
So
Yeah.
what's the other one?
If I had
is
if
it
I had to pick one, I'd pick Gladiator.
Gladiator. I think
What
I
about you?
agree. I agree.
wasn't
I
there
do.
one like Sparta, or is it what is it called?
Uh,
What's the name of the movie?
You talking about 300?
Yeah,
Like the
300.
Spartacus?
Have y'all seen
This
that?
is Sparta.
Yeah, have y'all seen that?
I have.
I have not seen that. Is it worth or no?
I would not put it over any of the movies in that bag I brought you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of a one-time thing. You're like,
Yeah.
The way it's shot, I mean, it was kind of new, I guess, maybe
For the time.
original
Mhm.
when it
Yeah.
first came out. But then you
Mhm.
watch, you're like, okay, I've
Yeah.
seen it. It's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you've probably seen the commercial of him, drop kicking the dude in the pit.
Yep. That's the whole movie.
That's it.
There it is. You saw a sandal on his forehead, and he was done.
Yeah. I mean, that's once you see that, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
But
Let's move on.
yeah, next. So I gave him a movie. I don't know if you've seen My Cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny. It's been a long time,
Okay.
but yes, with Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that one has some language. Be
Yes,
careful with
That's-
it.
that's
a-
yeah.
it does. That's Lily.
Lily needs to be in bed, sound
Not-
asleep.
Not.
Well, see, I watched
not-
I watched Shawshank on my lunch break, so they're not home. So.
Yeah.
Well, I watched majority of it on my lunch break. I ended up
Gotcha.
watching the rest of it after work. So
long lunch break.
I was
I
gonna
got an
say,
hour.
Goodness. Okay.
good old
That's
8 to
a solid
5.
like 2-hour movie. I think.
Yeah.
8 to 5.
Shawshank.
Yeah.
I watched it at lunch, and then I watched the rest of it after work. So
Nice.
We used
if
to
my
do
boss is watching, I did not watch it on the clock. I promise.
that. We used to do. You probably want to look in that camera if you're trying to.
That one right there.
Yeah. That's your close up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one over here. Like, can you
Over
see
your
me over
shoulder.
here?
I really want to hide my face. But we used to do that office I worked in. We would watch a movie. Sometimes it'd take us 3 days to watch a movie. But
That's awesome.
we would do, warm our lunch up, go in the conference room, and put
Yeah.
it on the projector and stuff,
Nice.
or a little private movie theater.
Yeah.
But,
When we were in the, like, see, I'm working at home, so, and we've been there like a year and a half, I think. And so before that, I would bring my phone, and thank goodness technology is the way it is.
Yeah.
I can go in my office, take my hour lunch break in the break room, and I have Netflix on my phone, and
Oh,
then I'll
nice.
just have my headphones or whatever with me, and I'll just post that bad boy up on my bottle of water and just eat and watch my movie. Or The Office. I was a really big kick on The Office.
I've never watched The Office.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've seen random bits of episodes. I don't know if I've ever watched an episode
So,
start to finish.
I've watched The Office from beginning to end 5 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a little sad
and-
that you know that.
Yeah.
Like how many times?
Yeah. And then I did 3 times immediately afterward, or like in between that, Parks and Rec. I did that again.
I've heard my brother-in-law
Yeah.
has
Oh.
talked about Parks and Rec.
They are ridiculously
Nah.
stupid and fun,
Yeah.
but they're just funny. They're
Yeah.
just, and what's funny to me about The Office is that I work in an office and I mean, we don't do the same things they do, obviously. They're doing like what you don't do in an office, basically, right? But it's just funny how much stuff relates to what we did day in and day out.
So speaking of that Office Space, have you ever seen the movie Office Space?
And I haven't. I need to find. I want to watch it.
I have it on DVD. I'll
Do you?
I'll bring it.
It's
So-
Office Space. It's the British one, right? Or no?
No, it's American.
Okay.
This is a
See,
movie.
I want to find The Office. Like The Office that's here in the United States is rent off of The Office that's from
The British version.
Yeah, British version.
Yeah.
I need to find that.
Yeah, this is a movie called Office Space. It has Ron Livingston. So he was
Okay.
in. Have you ever seen Band of Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
So
No.
he was.
I don't think so.
Like the number 2 guy, not Captain Winters. He was like his buddy, whatever his
Mhm.
name was, Nixon.
Yes.
So that's who it is. He's kind of the main character in Office Space, but it's set in an office, and it is so true to life. Like if you've worked in an office with cubicles and all this stuff,
Yeah.
it is very, very true. So I'll bring that one. We'll
But yeah,
throw that in your goodie bag.
yeah. Well, yeah. And then I said like Parks and Rec. I watched 3 times through, but that one's more like government based, right? Like it's the same thing as The
never
Office. It's the same thing. It's just an office space, but it's like or Parks and Recreation office department, and how like one person wants to, Leslie Knope is the main person, and she's like, we're running everything by the books. I want everything achieved, and I will live here in this building to get it accomplished. And then you have people in there like, I don't care, this is a paycheck. And it's just funny because it's true half the time.
Right.
So,
Right. So
Both equally as funny.
yeah, Parks and Rec's better.
Okay.
Just because they probably had because the people that made The Office did Parks and Rec,
Okay.
and they just had a bigger budget
I
kind of
gotcha.
thing. They had better actors, that kind of stuff,
we need
Gotcha.
different microphone holders so I can
Think
sit
so?
back.
Holders?
Holders?
Yeah,
You don't like
Like,
just
no, I mean, I feel like,
feel like
I
it's
have to
crowding.
have correct posture
Just
and
take it with
sit
you.
up, and
know-
I want to sit back here and talk. Like this is.
yeah.
Let's make that the jam instead of.
I
what-
mean, if we all got one of those, that one
Yeah.
over there, it'd work.
So for those of you that can't see what Ryan is pointing to,
The one thing no one can see.
yeah.
Off camera.
Well, so I mean,
It's a
they might
mic
just be
stand.
listening in their car or
Right.
something and not seeing.
I pulled
anything.
a Cy Robertson. Okay, sorry.
There's a different microphone stand in the back corner of the room that
Yeah.
he is gesturing towards.
Yes.
But,
That was reference to y'all, not them.
I got you.
It's always to them, right?
Yeah, this episode is for us. Forget the fans. If we have fans, that'd be great.
Outside of our
Yeah.
wives, I'd venture to say that maybe. I mean, there's always hope.
I
There's
mean,
always hope, Daniel. But
we're early in the process.
we
Yeah.
have at least 3.
I think we're going to be, skyrocketing towards double digits very soon.
Okay.
It'd be nice.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
That would be. It would be.
So, for our fans, let's hit them with. I heard this on another podcast,
Okay.
and I might mess this up, but would you rather fight one giant duck or 50 little tiny ducks?
I think for me, I would say let's go ahead and just take care of the big duck, because once that thing's accomplished, once it's done, it's done. I'm not wasting no more energy. I don't have to worry about did I miss one, and I feel like I could take a big duck. I mean, it might get me with the beak a handful of good times, but
So, what animals do you think you could fight? Do you think you could fight wild animals?
I know exactly where you're going with this.
I mean, you're a pretty stout guy. You think you could take what's the biggest animal you think you could take? I mean, I'm going to go ahead and assume you're not going to say like a bear or something crazy.
No. Go Black Panther. No, I'm just kidding.
I think animals are more ferocious than normal people, regular people. Normal
Yeah.
people, regular. Like, most people, I'm bigger than that. I can take
Well,
that.
who's regular and who's normal?
Well,
if that's a difference,
Yeah.
you want to think about that one for a
Back
second?
myself into a corner. But, I mean, take your pick. Either normal
Right.
or regular people. I think
Yeah.
they would think they could take a lot of animals that they have no business saying they could take in a fight.
My thing is that half these animals are probably twice as fast as me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like a raccoon, I could say, I could take a raccoon. Look how small it is. But
Yeah.
that thing's probably twice as fast as me.
These
And
things
it
are
would probably
pretty
have
ferocious.
probably have my eyes out before I even knew it was on me.
I don't know that a raccoon would kill me, but
Yeah.
I would know I was in a fight with a raccoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I might win,
Yeah.
but I might not. Like, he might run away. He might hit me and run away. He might go guerrilla tactics on you and
Good old trash panda on you.
scratch you up a little bit and bounce out, and you never get a lick on him.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm all for just loving animals and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to fight an animal.
I had a cousin that actually had a raccoon as a pet,
Mm.
and it was the coolest thing ever.
Like,
Yep.
did he catch it?
It was a
He
no,
caught
they.
it, or just,
So that part I don't know. I don't know if
Okay.
they actually just caught it, or
Right.
if they bought it, or if someone
Okay.
had it and they didn't want it anymore, so they kind of
okay.
took it over, kind of thing. Fostered the raccoon. But anyways, they brought it over one day, and it was a couple years ago, and it was pretty cool because it was born, from what I understand, in someone's home, so it never
Okay.
knew like
The wild.
the wild, like what should be natural to them, right?
Okay.
So it was just like having like a puppy, And except for it had like these ginormous scratchy claws that when you were just holding it like a baby, it would it would get into your skin, and I was like, oh, okay, we're done.
So
Like,
talking about not fighting animals, my youngest brother, he was probably, man, I'm gonna have to guess, maybe 7 or 8 years old, and we had a German Shepherd, and across the street, our neighbors had a big Rottweiler, and they got in a fight. Both dogs got out. They were both normally, in the yard in a fence, but they both got out and they started fighting in the middle of the street, and my youngest brother ran out there and 8-year-old kid barehanded and grabbed both dogs and was trying to break them up. And
Wow.
Yeah, he got bit up on both hands.
That's what I was going to ask.
Like that.
Sure,
That's
he had
not-
some
not
war
very smart.
wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still met, like, dude, what were you thinking? He's a little skinny, scrawny kid jumping in between these two big grown dogs.
Right. So here we go. I got a question for y'all. What is the weirdest animal that you probably had as a pet?
I never had pets.
A pet?
I never had. I had a fish.
Okay. I consider
he
that a
did-
pet. I
but-
mean, you don't get to hold it and pet it and everything, but
I think I was maybe traumatized by it because he took his own life because I had we had like
we're getting to
had,
some
like-
deep stuff right here.
the little tank and
So next
we
week I'm
had
going to bring
the
the bed.
little plate.
Oh,
I
the
used
little
to set a
door?
little plate
Yeah.
on top of it.
Okay.
So little goldfish. His name was Samson.
Samson.
He
Rest in peace.
I used to always feed it. And I used to put the plate back on top of it. I mean, a little bit
Okay.
of space so it could get some air.
Yeah.
One fateful morning, I forgot to put the plate on top of the fish tank and went to school.
Mm.
And Samson decided to jump out.
He wanted to see the world.
So when we got home from school, Samson was laying on the carpet. So
So I got a
I think
story,
that
dude.
might have traumatized me.
Not to top you on that.
No, never.
Not I would never do that here. Never
No,
do that here.
no.
But one time we were living in these apartments in I don't know if y'all know, they're in Goodlettsville, Piccadilly Apartments.
Oh yeah.
So we're there, which has nothing to do with the story whatsoever. But anyways, we're there,
Wrong details.
right? So we're there, and I had a Christopher, that was his name, little guinea pig, and I had him for like I don't know, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I don't know. My mom can fact check me on that one. I come home and its cage is outside on the balcony, and we try to. I don't know where he's at. So ended up finding out my grandmother was cleaning out the house, put him outside while we were cleaning the house, forgot that he was there, and he sat outside in the sun all day long and basically was just
Baked.
microwaved.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the next day I asked for a dog, so it really obviously it didn't bother me that bad. But yeah, there's my killing an animal
Microwave.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have PETA after us if
Yeah.
we're not careful.
But anyways,
I'll tell a story about
Yeah.
a friend of mine, but I want to go back a little bit.
yeah.
So I grew up on a farm when I was young, so
Okay.
we had lots of animals.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
had goats and chickens and a turkey. We had a pet turkey, and
Wow.
my
All
grandmother had a dove for a little bit. Like that stayed in the cage though, but she would
Okay.
take it out and feed it. But
Nice.
we had lots of animals.
Nice.
Rabbit, I had a pet rabbit.
Nice.
He didn't make it when we moved to the suburbs.
I don't.
He
Yeah.
he escaped.
Mm.
So,
He
but-
missed the farm life.
Well,
Peter Rabbit.
so we moved from a farm into the neighborhood, and we had a fenced-in yard. So we're like, oh, it's great. Put him in just put him out there. He can't go anywhere. But he got out. Our neighbor brought him back one time, and then I don't know. It wasn't very smart, but we put him back in the fence again. And
He ain't gonna do this twice.
Stay.
he got out again.
Listen to me.
Yeah. But I mean, so we had lots
You
of.
had quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That
I-
typical people wouldn't have that type of animals, you know.
I did get kicked by a cow once.
Oh,
when
I got
was-
kicked by a horse.
when I was.
I have been kicked by a horse in the back.
So my grandfather had 2 cows in the back of his truck that he was taking to sell or slaughter or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what. But my cousin bet me. He said, hey, I bet you won't get up there and pet one of them. I was probably 7. I was like, oh, I got you. So, I climb over the fence and hop in the bed of the truck, and I'm super scared, and I'm just kind of inching forward, got my hand
They
out.
probably know the whole
farther.
time.
And the cows are getting, pressed up against the cab of the truck as close as they can, and I just barely touch him on the side. And as soon as I do, he
Spooked
flicks
him.
his leg out and kicks me right in the stomach. Yeah, I won that bet though.
Yeah.
But so a friend of mine, Laotian, Mon, I hope you listen to this, grew up in Laos,
Okay.
and he had a pet monkey.
Mm.
Nice.
And he went to school one day,
I want a pet monkey.
and he came home, and his dad was home cooking dinner, and he said, "Hey, Dad, where's my pet monkey?" And he's like, "We're having him for dinner." And he's like, "No, for real." He's like, "I'm for real."
I don't want a pet monkey
Are
anymore.
you serious?
So
I don't want a pet monkey anymore.
for my friend Mon, it was a pet. For Dad, it was
Supper?
supper. It was a food source.
That was
Wow.
his plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I had a grandpa that lived in Louisiana, and he would always buy these goats, and he would keep them for a period of time, let them grow, and then he would kill them and use them for whatever.
Food.
And yeah, I hope so too. But anyway, so he would. One time we came down there and visit, and he doesn't name them, but he had to name them for me because I was young, and he named them Deep and Freeze. That was their name, and I went along with it. I had no clue, but yeah, Deep and Freeze.
That's a good one.
But-
See, that's that next level humor.
You're right.
Yes.
Kids just don't understand.
Yes, that is.
But to go back to, what is your craziest animal that you'd have? You have a lot of like farm animals, right? So
Right.
when I guess I was probably anywhere between 10 and 13, I had sugar gliders.
What
And
are those?
so sugar glider is a squirrel.
They
It's a
can
fly. It's a
fly.
flying squirrel.
But they're
Okay.
smaller.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're from like I think Australia,
Okay.
but they just have like extra skin from like their elbows to their
Yeah.
knees, and they jump and glide
Yeah, they got
across
like a
there.
little.
Okay.
They hold their arms out.
I
and
got
got
you.
little.
Okay.
So fun
Bat
facts
suit
why
on.
you don't want them. They are nocturnal, so they
Mm.
stay up all night. Now you can train them just like any other nocturnal pet, but
Right.
they didn't work for me.
How old were you when you had these?
Maybe either 8th grade, 9th grade, something like that.
Okay.
But I had a baby one, or I was gonna get a baby one, and then my mom decided for the price of the baby one, I can get 2 adult ones. So she's like, "Oh, he would want 2." Bad choice, Mom. Bad choice, because they were already set in their ways. They didn't care. They oh man, they would. I remember getting bit from those things. They would run around the cage and like poop while they're running. So none of their crap would actually go into the cage. It would just get shot out into my room. Oh, it was awful. One time, I remember I was doing something in their cage, maybe cleaning it, and I left the cage open, and I went to school and come back that afternoon, and my mom almost threw it away, not knowing, because it got out of the cage and it found the trash can in the bathroom, and it was up underneath all the trash because it was looking for somewhere to sleep,
Right.
and yeah, we almost threw it away. Yeah.
How long did you keep these?
Oh, I kept them maybe like 30 days at the most. They were, send them back. I don't have time for this.
Sugar glider. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So
And
let-
they're called sugar gliders. One,
Sugar
because they glide,
gliders.
right? But
Okay.
you'd think because they eat sweet stuff,
Right.
they're actually like diabetic, from what I understand. So they eat everything but sugar.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, they would eat
Nice.
grapes, and they would hold the grape with their hands, and they would the one I had, it would like literally peel the skin off of it and just eat the inside.
that's actually pretty. I'm impressed.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Last time I was overseas, one of the ladies I was with, we went to a pet store, or not a pet, it's kind of like a flea market, what we would call a flea market, but they had like a pet section, and they had sugar gliders there, and we were getting close to going home, like flying back to the States, and she's like, I want to get one of those and take it home. Dead serious. I
Yeah.
was like, how are you going to get that home? I think I could put it in my pocket and
Well,
make it through the airport security, and just I'll feed
wow.
it on the plane. I was like, you are out of your mind.
They like,
Do not get next to me in the security line.
I mean, they give them like leashes. I mean, the one I had, after those 2, I ended up getting the baby, right? So they have a little leash for them. They have like little felt pouches that you put them in, and you can wear them around your neck because they're gonna sleep all day, right? So they're just gonna. But the crazy thing is, they have like 4 or 5 different sounds that they make. So like one of them was like it sounded like a rattlesnake, and it was when they were like they thought they were in danger, and that was like their get away from me
Defense,
sound,
right.
defense sound. It was like a rattlesnake, but they could bark. Like they had like 2 or 3 other. I can't remember what they are, but those are the 2 that I remember hearing.
Well,
And
I mean, you only had it for 30 days. You didn't get the full concert.
right? not the whole deal. But yeah, I just heard the ones where it was like it's in defense mode. Apparently, I didn't treat it right. Apparently,
Should have went with the baby.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Blame mom.
yeah.
Parents are only good for so much, I guess.
They are.
Mm,
But
yeah.
all right, so kind of same topic but different.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you've eaten? Are you a picky eater?
Not really.
Are you? Picky?
I'll try everything at least once.
Very, very picky. To the point where, and my reasoning for it is that I don't want to get something and not like it, and not be able to eat it, and then just be hungry for the rest of the meal. Because
Right.
what do you do at that point?
Yeah.
Do you eat something you don't like? And just just force it down.
I mean, it's fuel.
do you order another plate? I mean, that's a waste of money.
I will
Yeah.
say.
So I stay within my. Yeah.
I will say that is probably the best explanation I've ever heard
For being picky.
for being a picky eater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Because most people are like, I like what I like,
Right.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But that, I mean,
That ain't how Mama
Yeah.
made it.
that's
Yeah,
actually.
that's
I mean, there's some thought that's gone into that.
There is.
And
I'm a
there's
picky
actually-
eater, but it's for a reason.
Justified reasoning.
I
on
don't
it.
want to go hungry.
I mean, nowadays you go to a restaurant where you're going to sit down, you're going to pay at least minimum $10, $15 a plate,
Yeah.
kind of thing,
Oh,
depending
you
on
are.
where you're going.
You are.
I don't want to pay that much money, especially. I mean, I'm balling on a budget over here. Okay, I can't be paying that much money and not know if I like it or not.
But
Like,
yes,
give me a sample.
I'm very,
Would you try new stuff? Like if somebody else ordered it,
Oh yeah,
and like, hey, this is whatever.
yeah.
Would you try a bite of it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm all about trying something at least once. If I don't like it, I don't have to try it again. But
That's why I tell my kid, I was like, just try a bite.
yeah,
If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. But at the same time, like I say, we don't do that. We wouldn't buy something brand new necessarily just to try it. But we
Yeah.
did a couple weeks ago.
okay.
So we went to a place in Goodlettsville called Pitchfork Pizza.
Oh yeah.
It's right by the entrance to the park where you turn
Yeah.
off to go.
Oh
but-
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Right at
But-
the corner,
yeah.
Caldwell.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. So, it was a little price. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything spectacular.
yeah.
But my family, we like fried pickles.
Okay.
That's one of our
Mm.
go-to appetizers.
Yeah.
So they had fried bread and butter pickles,
Ooh, that's
which
I'm
we have never
huge fan
seen
of
that
butter.
Huh.
before.
Yeah.
And so it didn't really sound good to us, to be honest. I mean, we're like, that doesn't sound great. But let's try it. Never seen it before. And yeah. If you get a chance to do that, pass on that.
Pass on it.
Pass
okay.
on that.
So you're
Why?
not pleased.
It was not
But
good.
here's the thing: before even the fried part of it, do you like bread and butter pickles?
I like bread and butter pickles.
I
My-
can
my
eat a
wife
whole
does not.
can of them in one sitting. I like them that much.
Do they
It's-
come in cans or jars?
I mean, you know what I mean? Jars, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop trying to critique me over here.
Well, I'm
Come
just
on.
saying, if you're getting pickles in cans, I want to hear that story because I haven't seen that.
Maybe it
Since
keeps them
World
better
War II
sealed.
rationing or something. I
Right.
don't know. But,
You never know.
But-
you never know.
but so, what's the craziest thing you've eaten?
I
do you
really
think?
don't. I can't think of anything off the
Are
top
you
of my
picky?
head.
You said you're not.
No,
picky.
I'm not picky, so that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if there's anything that I would say would be crazy. I mean, I'm from Louisiana, so I mean, I've had like boudin and all that kind of stuff, and you never know what's in that stuff.
Mm.
It could be anything. I mean, nowadays we know what's in there, but when I was 8 years old, and someone just made it at home, kind of thing, and we went down to Louisiana for visiting or whatever, you could be liver in it. You never know.
And you eat seafood and crawfish and
So
all that kind of
I eat
stuff.
crawfish. I'll eat shrimp. Once a year, I'll eat like 6 oysters, but
Well-
that's about it.
What kind of how are they prepared?
Oh, just raw.
Just
like,
raw or-
Huh.
yeah. And I've never tried them fried before. You would think it'd probably be better because it probably has a little more seasoning and that kind of stuff. The breading will have flavor and all that stuff, but never tried it that way. Which makes no sense because normally that would be the first try first way you try it.
Right.
Nope.
I I like smoked oysters. I've had smoked oysters
Never had that before.
out of a can. But
Like pickles?
yeah,
I'm gonna go search and see like back in like the
Gonna bring
50s or
those-
something. Did they
gonna
have
bring those
pickles
next
in a
week.
can? in a
So-
they're
can?
next to each other on the shelf. Pickles.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of stuff off the top of my head.
So, I mean, you're a picky eater. You probably haven't eaten anything crazy.
I think I might have had like maybe just a bite of alligator maybe
Okay,
once.
alligator's pretty.
See,
Pretty
I can't
bland.
remember
Not
if I've had
bland, but
alligator,
pretty
but
safe.
I'm
It's
sure.
pretty safe.
I think I did. I don't know how I ended up doing that, but I think I did.
Alligator
yeah.
tail a lot of times is like a, what do they call those? Like popcorn chicken.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it'll be like
Mhm.
that size and fried,
Right.
battered and fried. It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's pretty
Yeah.
chicken-ish,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of. But
I'm just trying to think. Knowing my family from Louisiana, I'm sure sometime in my lifetime I've had alligator. I'm sure I've had frog legs.
No.
So I just can't remember them. I'd have to try them again just to really remember the taste and everything. Which I mean, I would try it though.
Yeah.
so
I might gag looking at it if they prepare it a certain way.
I-
There's a leg sticking out at you.
if I travel, I'm kind of a picky eater. Like I want to
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
I want it to be prepared well, but I do
Yep.
try things. So I've
Yeah.
had fried alligator tail, and
Okay.
actually had alligator ribs a few years ago. This restaurant we went to in Florida was one of their appetizers was alligator ribs. And I
Wow.
was like, well, I'll try that. And it was like they were small, they weren't.
Yeah.
I heard it. I thought it was going to be like Fred Flintstone brontosaurus. But, I mean, they were pretty small. But
Wipe
my,
the table out. Here my food comes.
my,
Put it
my
on your
daughter
car.
turned her nose up when I ordered it.
Mm.
And like I said, I try to get my kids to try stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, this is good. And my son was throwing down on it, and she's like, well, I guess I'll try a bite. And, she did, and then she wanted all of it. And we were like, no, back off. You had your chance, but here's two. But I've tried quite a bit. So I've eaten turtle soup. I actually
Wow.
did that on prom one year. That kind of
Huh.
so my wife now, when she and I went to prom together, and I kind of force-fed her a bite of turtle soup, and we've been married 18 years.
Oh.
Still have not lived that down. She
Okay.
still brings that up. But so I've eaten camel before.
She's doing a lot better than mine. Mine just started eating like, basically. I mean, she's been eating shrimp for a while now, but she'll eat shrimp. What was chicken on the bone? Like when I met her, don't
Really?
even get it near me. If it has a bone, keep it away.
Christy does not
Really?
like to eat meat on a bone.
Huh.
She won't
Okay.
do it.
Wow.
Okay.
Any kind of meat. Like
Yeah.
she likes pork chops.
Yeah.
Not on a bone. She likes
Gotcha.
steak, not on a bone. Chicken, not on a bone. Like
Have you ever had bison?
I don't think so.
We went to Disney a few years ago and we ate bison there. I remember that, and I did not like it because it's basically, I guess, the correct way to have it is rare,
Right.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm not a rare guy.
Yeah.
medium rare.
No.
I'll take, but
Can't.
no.
Yeah.
If you get a steak, how do you order?
Well.
Yeah.
Well
See,
done.
I'm a
That's why we're on this side of the table.
medium,
Yeah.
medium well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you're on that side.
I mean,
huh?
sorry, medium rare.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
you can have that rare.
Yeah. I
That's-
can't. If it's, I would some places medium well, but sometimes you get that medium well. That's
Yeah, I want-
not.
You
I
get
want
that.
that.
You get
That's
that
not.
rookie chef. That
Yeah, I want that
It's like
beef jerky over there.
Hey,
Y'all want it cooked all the way down.
I want them to keep the mad cow. You know,
Yes.
like, kind of like Gordon Ramsay says, a good vet could bring that back to life. I'm not trying for that kind of doneness. I want it roasted well. But
Indeed.
Yeah.
camel, I've had camel. I ate goat and stuff growing up. but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't really know it. But
Right.
Right.
It was just meat.
yeah, but had ostrich one time.
Nice.
The greatest thing one of the greatest things I've ever eaten in my
Ostrich.
life. So we were at a Brazilian steakhouse where they walk around with the
Yep.
skewers of different meat and
Right.
cut it off, and we had 10 or 12 people in our group, and the guy walks by, and we were probably halfway through our meal. So, we'd had several things, and he comes by and he's like, ostrich? And we all kind of look down at the
Do what?
table and just keep eating. Like, I didn't hear it.
If he doesn't look if we don't look at him, he will keep on
He'll
walking.
go away.
And so the one guy in our group finally said, all right, man, give me a slice. And he took a bite, and he said, guys, it's really good. but we didn't trust him because he was the joker of the group. And,
Okay.
and we're like,
yeah.
well, he did it. He's going
Right.
to make us do it.
Right.
So he's not the only one. He's like, I'm serious. It's good. So, so the rest of us kind of got some just to say we did, and it was great.
Wow.
Nice.
It tasted unlike any other meat I've ever eaten.
Huh.
It had the consistency of meat, like chewing it, but it
Right.
tasted completely different than chicken or
Uh-huh.
beef or anything.
Ostrich.
It was great.
So
And then
what
the guy
places-
never came back. He never came back with we all wanted, because we all just got like one bite instead
Right.
of like a big slice.
Right.
Just give me one bite. And the guy never came back.
Probably popular. Might have run out of
Yeah.
ostrich that night.
But that was pretty good. Ostrich, if you ever get a chance to try that.
Huh.
Where
Go
in
ahead.
the world in Nashville, Tennessee would you find? I mean, I'm sure there's a place out there somewhere that has it.
I was
But
not in Nashville when I tried it.
see, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Nashville does have
They do have a
a very
Brazilian.
big
Yeah,
food scene now.
Yeah.
Very diverse.
yeah.
Mhm.
They're the it city.
It is.
are.
Everybody wants to be in Nashville.
Yeah, and all the true native Nashvillians want them all. We
They
want
do.
your money,
Yeah. They want them to
but
keep
we
moving.
want you to shoe on.
Not stay.
Give us our no traffic back
Right. Oh,
from a long time ago.
Yes.
long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. Nashville's so far behind in roadways.
Oh yeah.
They'll never catch up.
There's no way. It's not
No.
possible.
No.
If they were to do it, it would be an absolute. It's a nightmare now, but it would be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, their only
Okay.
hope is for the Jetsons car to become a reality. Let's just start
Yep.
flying.
Yeah.
It's toast.
Yes.
Let's not end on a low note. Like that. So, speaking of picky eaters, my cousin, she is super picky to the point where she pretty much eats chicken nuggets, but only certain chicken nuggets. Like, I think there's some restaurants
Like she's
she
picky
won't-
about what the chicken nuggets are.
Wow.
I think she maybe doesn't like Chick-fil-A nuggets or something.
Ooh.
Something crazy. But anyway, that might not be true. But
Man.
she eats like
It's
chicken
unfortunate.
nuggets and boxed macaroni and cheese.
Like the only person I thought that didn't like chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A would be like a vegetarian. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
But she won't
that's
even
tough.
eat like the Velveeta shells and cheese,
Has to
which is
be-
definitely an upgrade to the
Right.
box stuff, which I grew up on the
Yeah.
box stuff
Right.
my whole life.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But Velveeta's an upgrade. Let's be real. She won't even eat that. Like it has to be the boxed kind, Kraft macaroni and cheese only.
Interesting. That's
Sarah,
tough.
Sarah Amos.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's super picky. I don't know how how she's made it to 18 or 19, however old she is. I have no idea. I guess she got enough calories out of chicken nuggets and
Boxed
boxed macaroni and cheese.
cheese.
She
Wow.
did teach me something when she was little. I don't know. She was maybe 5 or 6. I don't know how old. But Christy and I took her to the movie. There was some movie out, animated movie. We took her to the
Mhm.
movie. So we went to McDonald's before the movie. And she got chicken nuggets to eat. And she said, I want chicken nuggets and apple slices. And we didn't have kids at the time. So, I didn't eat McDonald's a lot then. And I was like, I don't think we can get apple slices. This is McDonald's. You got to get some fried. And she's like, oh, no, they have apple slices.
Yep.
Little 5-year-old Sarah Amos schooled me that day that
Nice.
McDonald's
sure do.
indeed had
They
apple
do.
slices.
They have
Yeah.
apple slices.
I mean, I
do.
learned that day. But,
Yeah.
I had kids not long after that.
So it was pre-kids then.
It was.
obviously.
I didn't have kids. Yeah.
Okay, well then you wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
you were never
Okay.
old.
You didn't
You
listen
never-
to the first half of the story. I explained that.
He was zoned out.
Yeah, I
He
was
zoned
a
out.
little bit.
Yeah. He was getting hungry. He's talking about chicken nuggets and macaroni.
Think
He's
about that
like ready
ostrich,
to eat.
probably.
You're like, ostrich? Where can I find that? You know what? I'm going to start Googling that real quick.
I bet I know they have like emu farms and stuff around here, but I don't know if
there
they're.
used to be one that's off of 76 in one house that I remember, but it's been, they haven't been there in
I don't know if those are like
6,
for
7
food.
No,
Gotcha.
I don't think
Did
so.
they
I don't
cook
have
them,
a clue
or
whether they're
were
there.
you just there to?
Oh, it's like a farm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my parents live out there, so it's like you just pass right by it every day.
So you guys know out in like Jackson they have like a drive-through zoo
Mhm.
kind of thing. Did you know that?
In Jackson, yeah, I think so.
Out
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine went out the summer before COVID. This is to hear him tell the story. I'm not going to do it, Justin. We need to have him on here just to tell this story. But Travis, I love you. He backed over like an emu or a sheep or something. I don't know what the animal was, but in the drive-through zoo, he got one of those animals stuck under his car.
Killed it.
Like,
Oh, no,
well,
so
hold on. What kind of animal though? Like, I mean,
it was like an emu or a llama or something.
It
Like,
wasn't a zebra.
No, it wasn't that. I think a zebra would like tear up your car.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like this llama or something gets stuck. So then he's like,
You miss a llama.
I think he was trying to back up maybe, and like it had laid down under the back of his car, and he didn't know it. He had to back up for some reason. So then it gets stuck. Well, it's like stuck. So it's between the wheels, in like the middle of the
Right.
car. So he can't go forward because he tries, and like it won't go over it, and he can't back up so this thing is like just going crazy in pain and squealing and like he's making a commotion. There's other people have stopped and come
There's
try
no,
to help.
There's no security out there coming after you.
No,
And
I mean, I think eventually he did have to call somebody. It lived. But like the other,
did it have to
other
pay like a
zoo
vet bill?
I'm sure it wasn't
I don't know.
traumatized. for
But
those
like the
listening.
other zoo goers, not in his group, like get out of their car and come to try and help, and they're talking bad to him. You're hurting us. What do you want me to do? Like, it's stuck. It's stuck here, people. What are we gonna do? So,
Oh,
there's
man,
many more
that's
details
awesome.
that I've forgotten about that story, but man, it was. We laughed for an hour when he told that story because yeah.
So I don't know if this is true or not, but I typed in restaurants that serve ostrich in the Davidson County area, and the first one that popped up is called Ted's Montana Grill.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, that's
I
on
think
West
they
End.
have. They
Yeah.
have bison burgers there too.
Yeah,
I believe.
That's
Never
their
been there
logo
before.
is a bison. I think.
Yes,
so,
I think it's a bison.
isn't
maybe.
it down there by like Chipotle?
It's on West
Yes.
End.
Yeah,
It
okay,
is.
yeah.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, it's right across
So-
from Chipotle, I think.
I don't see it on their. I'm not like necessarily looking at their menu or anything. That's the first thing that popped up. That and then the Southern Steak and Oyster,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard
Apparently
of that
has
one.
it.
Mm-hmm.
and another one that popped up. The top three was Henley,
Hmm.
which Henley looks like it's down there off of West End as well somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I could be wrong,
Nice.
but anyways,
So if you work at any one of those places and would like to send an email to podcast parkwaybc.net and let us know, we will publicize your business.
send us some audio. We'll have you as a commercial one day.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, a free meal.
Yeah.
You just got 3 free lunches,
I
and
mean,
then
look,
we'll pub
Yeah.
you.
We
for
have
it.
all the space to put stuff where
There
you
we
can be
go.
on our camera
There we
and
go.
be on our video.
All right. But all right, Stefano, you want to send us out with a Bible verse today,
I will.
and
I will,
in
I
this
will.
this round of craziness.
Yes. So, in looking, I was just found myself in Galatians, and its little subtitle says "Doing Good to All." Obviously we've only just getting started here, but I look forward to this time that we have together, just sharing stories and diving into the Word, and you guys mean a lot to me. But this is these verses are about resilience. So it's from Galatians 6:8. Says, "Whoever sows to please their flesh, from the flesh will reap destruction. Whoever sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers." So,
There you go. Do good.
Yep.
Do good, and you're going to have an eternal reward
yes,
waiting on you.
indeed.
So thanks for being here. We're out. We'll see you again next week on GPS to God.
Not bad, guys.